satisfied?
Hey, what's up everybody? That's right, Morph is back, and today we have NTE, the very first NTE video on my channel outside of the closed beta. This game is absolutely amazing, top tier storytelling. The story of chapter 4 is, dude, it's so good. It's really good. Plus, the characters, I am invested in the characters. I like the characters in this game, and that is very rare for me with these gacha games. A lot of them have very shallow stories. In this game, it's pretty good. It's really, really good, especially characters like Daffodil and Fadia. So, without further ado, the very first video of NTE is about Fadia. This is my Fadia early game build, which I feel like can work up to late game, but I'm gonna give you guys two options with this one. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be pretty damn good, and as always, you already know there's two big reasons why you want to pick up Fadia and add her to your team or main her as well. And here is why. Those two big reasons right there. She's so big, I mean good, she's good. Alright, let's get into the build, shall we? Alright, so first of all, you guys need to understand how Fadia scales her damage. She's got... Honestly, there's like 4 ways to scale her damage. One is through psychic damage. You get equipment or whatever that give you bonus psychic damage. It works with her basic attack, but it doesn't really work with her ultimate. It's different. It's like a different kind of attack. It's mental damage, right? It's different. There's psychic and there's mental. So if you get psychic damage bonus, it's going to amplify the damage of this one and this one. But if you get mental damage, it will amplify the damage of your ultimate. Now, that's why there's 2 ways to build her. And the very most important stat for Fadia is max HP. It doesn't increase the damage of your basic attack, but it increases the damage of your skill and of your ultimate. Now, late game, I feel like max HP will be the highest priority on Fadia because of her destructive experience skill. The way this works is whenever you press your skill, you put a debuff on the enemy or on the boss or whatever, on the target, and it will reflect 50% of the damage it deals onto you. If you have more copies of Fadia, you can get her awakening skill that makes it up to 75%. So imagine if a boss deals, I don't know, 10,000 damage to you, you deal 7,500 back. And don't worry, that damage that you received is healed by her ultimate. She is very, very versatile and has a very good way of dealing a lot of damage to the enemies that is different from other characters in the game. So there's a build that revolves around destructive experience, and there's a build that revolves around the ultimate and the Lilith state. Let's get into it. Alright, so now that we know how she scales with max HP, mental damage, psychic damage, and a little bit of attack, doesn't hurt, what arc is best for Fadia? Eternal Waltz. You might have looked online, Eternal Waltz is the best one for her without a doubt. It is her best in slot, and don't worry, it does not pay to win. Her S tier arc is free. Okay, the way the game works is every first defeat of a boss monster gives you a guaranteed S drop. I don't know why, it's happened to me on all of the bosses. They give me 1 copy of their arc. Now, I don't know if it's different later on, if it's harder to drop later on, but there you go. You get it for free, the first copy. It gives you an increase of max HP up to 20% and an increase of mental damage by 10% for 10 seconds after the wearer casts an ultimate. Remember, her ultimate is scaled with mental damage. Now, before we go any further, where do you get this Eternal Waltz thing? If you press F1 and you go to your this thing, whatever you call this, you go to Anomaly Pilgrimage and the Never-Ending Arachne, or Arachne, I don't know what the fuck you say, but you go to this one, clear the boss, you get all these good drops, and the monster will give you the console. I don't know in the future if you do it again, it's gonna drop again. It's most likely on a chance, right? But the first one is guaranteed. Okay, so there you go. That's where you get it. Just click this, do it once. See, I did it once this week. I still have 2 more tries to do other things. Okay, so that's where you get her arc. Now here is where the real build, if you don't, okay, let's just say you don't have that arc yet, a good temporary arc for you to use that's decent is this one, the Great Thief. You get it from, you'll find this this raccoon with the red bandana somewhere around the starting area. It's near A-Bone. It's a guy that's like trying to get something from a vending machine. Talk to him. It's actually a raccoon guy. Find him and then he'll give you this. It gives you attack and break intensity, which is nice. Increases break intensity by 70% for all characters of the same Esper type. So if you're running 2 Psychic, it's gonna work on the other Psychic too. It's a decent A to put with on Fadia. Alright, so now here's where the build gets a little bit of juice, and this is where the creativity comes to the game, because you never know what stats you're gonna get, right? Her consoles and her mods. First thing we need to know is her HP is increased by 6% for each Type 2 module equipped. If you don't know what a Type 2 module is, it's the ones with like 2 dots or 2 squares on it. That's a Type 2. A Type 4 is with 4, obviously, and a Type 3, I can find one with 3. That's 4. A Type 3 is with 3. So you want to equip, it's just a little bonus, but you get, there's no console, at least for now, that has all 2s. So at least you get like a 12% max HP bonus on whatever console that you're going to be equipping for her. That's a little side bonus. You just have to read it up here. And it's like, some people don't know that. Alright, so what console or cartridge, I keep calling it console, cartridge works best with Fadia? There's 2 options. Like I said, there's 2 ways to build her. You either build her skill damage with the skill, or you build damage with the ult. The skill variant, which is honestly pretty good and I feel like will be the better version of the build in the future, runs this one, the Tiny Big Adventure. Tiny Big Adventure, what it does is it gives you HP plus 10%, and the legendary gives you increased wearer's max HP by 4% when taking damage up to 10 stacks. So that's 4 times 10, that's 40% additional max HP, and when you cast an ultimate, it instantly grants you 10 stacks. The way you play when you have this cartridge is a little bit different. You're going to want to ult first, or most likely it's you ult first, do whatever the ult thing does, and then you do the skill. It's a little weird, but another way to do it, I guess, is you just take a lot of damage first, and then you pop your skill, and then you pop your ult so that you heal back the HP from your skill. But if you can afford to just, you know, whatever, just tank it out, because Fadia's HP pool is insane. Yeah, you're gonna want to play ult first and then skill. Alright, so as you can see right here, it gives you 50% maximum HP bonus. That is huge, and that would scale the damage of your what do you call this? of your devourer's destructive experience, right? Because this scales off your total max HP up to 25%, I think. And then it cuts it off. So, big upgrade if you go with, what do you call this? Tiny Big Adventure. That's the destructive route for the skill. But what I've learned and what I like to do, because I like to play her as main DPS, a very good alternative to that, outside of this one, which is most likely her best in slot, is the Quiet Manor. This one is actually very powerful, and I'm gonna explain why. It gives you 10% mental damage, and then if you have 4 pieces of the modules equipped, it grants the wearer 12% mental damage bonus per basic attack up to 3 stacks. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna land 3 basic attacks before you ult, and your mental damage on your ult is gonna reach crazy numbers because it's gonna be at a 46% mental damage boost. You want your main attribute up here to still be HP to compensate for the lack of HP. You'd want to have substats like HP and HP percentage. I did not get that on this one. I do have HP on the bottom, but if you get it on the top two, because you don't want to fully invest early on with these mods, right? Because they're not yet gold. Then yeah, you want HP and HP percentage because you're not going to get the HP from the set. You're getting mental damage boost. And let me tell you, I've tested this out. Quiet Manor, at least while ulting, deals a lot more damage than Tiny Big Adventure. If you ask me, I think Quiet Manor is better. That's just my take. Alright? Now for the mods, obviously, you're gonna want attack HP mods. They're good. Most of them are attack HP, right? I think all of them are attack HP. But the substats, of course, you're gonna want something different. HP percentage, like I said, HP. Crit rate is not bad too, depending if you want DPS. But if you want to go with the skill, the reflect damage build, you're gonna want HP. HP percentage and HP plus. Okay. Also, the numbers are different. Remember, if it's a type 4, the substats are greater than the substats of a type 2 because there's more squares. So yeah, that's how I play Fadia. And at the end of the video, I'm just going to show you guys a little clip, a comparison of the 2 damage console sets that I'm running. One that is the Quiet Manor, and the other one is Tiny Big Adventure. See for yourself which one you think is better.
That wasn't news. Better get used to it. I'll guide you. Feeling satisfied.
Alright guys, so that's it for this very first video. Of course, I focus on the non-meta character. Fadia is super hot. I like her story. I hope you guys are enjoying NTE. And if you want more NTE content or more Morph content, then hit that sub. And I'll see you all on the next video. Peace!